Aye, please come.
Ma'am. Good afternoon. Sir.
Good
afternoon, ma'am.
afternoon, Bache.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, are you the English person or the Hindi?
English.
English.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is your subject? BTech.
BTech Electrical Engineering, ma'am.
Electrical.
Yes, ma'am.
You're quite an electrifier. So, we call you Anirudh, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Anirudh, where are you staying these days?
I'm staying in my hometown, Kakinada.
Oh, achha.
Like I have come here for a week, ma'am.
Yeah, but where are you staying in the week?
At my friend's place.
Friend's house. How far is it from here?
It is in 𝐺𝐻𝐻.
Oh, here only.
Yes, ma'am.
He's also appearing for the exam?
No, ma'am. He's appearing for the prelims.
Oh, he'll do prelims, you'll do the interview.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you done an interview before? Before this, have you ever done an interview?
Like I have given mocks, but not the
real one.
real one.
Okay. So, what do you find good about Delhi? Delhi as a capital city?
Everything is accessible, ma'am.
Right.
Coming to the various services are provided here, the goods and services.
And metros? The
Metros.
metros, are you traveling by metro?
Yes, ma'am. I have traveled in metros. They are comfortable.
They're very nice, they're cool, they are clean.
Yes, ma'am.
The clean, I mean, generally good feel. So tell me that what are disruptors? This word disruptors, what does it carry? What does it mean? Have you heard it before?
Generally, yes, ma'am.
You have heard. Okay, then tell me.
Disruptors is a word to describe any obstacles or roadblocks in achieving an objective.
Right. Can it be applied to the biofield? Like, can it be applied to humans? Can there be a disruption in a human structure also?
Yes.
It can be applied.
Yes.
They play with the biological molecule and then they obstruct some things.
Yes, ma'am.
So they can. Okay. So tell me that this cyber warfare we hear about.
Yes, ma'am.
Cyber warfare. What is cyber warfare?
Ma'am, it is attacking the enemies by damaging their critical infrastructure like telecommunications or attacking the nuclear installations of that country.
Yeah.
This is called a cyber warfare.
So they can't manage that. So, so sometimes you hear about, the telephone being hacked.
Yes, ma'am.
So who does that? Who can hack your phone?
The hackers.
Hacker. What is the interest? What do they get out of it?
There could be monetary interest, ma'am.
They'll try to blackmail you?
They could blackmail and withhold the information, and in ransom they could exchange the information.
Oh, okay. But how about, like your personal details in a bank? Because you trade also, no?
Yes,
like you do many things.
Yes, ma'am.
So suppose you have 20 lakhs in your bank. Can you take it out?
If
hacker?
If you could get access to the passwords and the username, he could do that, ma'am.
He could do it. Then what will you do? If he come to know from your message,
yes, ma'am,
20 lakhs withdrawn for SBI 𝐿 then?
Immediately I will contact the bank, that my money has been put.
But which is the area which you will contact? Will it be the toll-free number or will it be the separate place where they deal with such issues? Or will it be the main manager?
Ma'am,
you don't know.
I will try to get to the manager in the first place, because he is the direct contact of point of contact for me. I will try to get in touch with him, and based on his suggestions, I will.
No, you should block your account. When you go to the manager, tell him, sir, block my account. This is my account number.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he's taken out 20 lakhs, he can take out 20 more.
Yes.
Suppose you are a rich guy. So,
yes, ma'am.
Right? First you block your account.
Yes,
and then you talk to him, tell him, block my account, and then tell him, retrieve my money, I want it back.
Yes,
I can't afford 20 lakhs to a hacker.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Well,
yes, sir.
Your country is 𝐂𝐨𝐻𝐻 district of Andhra.
Yes, sir.
East Godavari is one of the districts affected by left-wing extremism.
Yes, sir.
So, is there any change over the past few years in the incidence of the LWE. Yeah.
Yes, sir. There has been a decrease in the left-wing extremism.
Mhm.
Even if we go by the Minister of Home Affairs report,
Mhm.
the number of affected districts has come below 100,
Mhm.
and East Godavari has also been seen a substantial reduction in
Very
left-wing extremism. The major things which have been done is that community policing has been done,
Very good.
and also tribals and the police interactions have been more frequent.
Mhm.
They have been trying to ensure that they don't get exploited by the Naxals, the tribal community.
Mhm. Right, right.
And the infrastructure has also been improved, sir. The laying of the roads and communication technology, schoolings.
Very good. Now, electrical engineering, your subject. Now, tell me, what is the SDG goal with regard to energy sector?
Sir, with regard to energy, SDG 7 is present.
Yeah.
It is about access to the clean energy, affordable energy for all.
For all. Is there any government of India scheme which is aligned to this objective, to this goal?
Yes, sir. There have been many initiatives taken by the government. For example,
Particularly this scheme, that energy for all.
I think 𝐂𝐶𝐵𝐵𝐵
𝐂𝐶𝐵𝐵
scheme is there, sir.
Mhm.
Apart in the rural electrification, we have 𝐂𝐨𝐻𝐵𝐵
Okay.
Yojana.
Now, recently, Honorable Minister of Road and Surface Transport made a statement with regard to ethanol, use of ethanol as a fuel. Are you aware of that statement?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Have you heard of this Raisina dialogue?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about it.
Sir, it is a 3-day conference being held in the. It is being held even now.
Okay.
It is conducted by the Minister of External Affairs along with ORF. It tries to.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. Now tell me, the President of European Union was here. He was the chief guest for the
Yes, sir.
for this conference.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for this dialogue. Now tell me, what is the outcome, a very important outcome of a bilateral meeting with the EU President and our government? The tangible outcome.
In the recent times.
Yeah. Only day before yesterday,
Okay.
there was a bilateral meeting between the EU President and our delegation of Indian government. So then, what was the outcome of that? Just one very tangible and very important outcome. No idea?
Sir, I am not aware.
Okay. No issue. India is going to get the presidency of G20 next year.
Yes, sir.
So how do you think India can make use of this important opportunity to strengthen its position, to reinforce its position as a global leader?
Sir, India could put forward the challenges it has been facing in the global trade and the digital economy as such. For example, we have been facing issues in providing our services, particularly the Mode 4 services to the
Sorry?
Mode 4.
Okay.
That is related to the exchange of human workforce from India to other countries. So that has been an issue. We could address that. Apart from that, in the digital trade, we have our data is not being protected. So data security related issues could be addressed.
Now my last question, Anirudh, is from Indore.
Okay.
You have studied there for 4-5 years.
Yes, sir. I have studied there.
Why Indore has been so unique in achieving this cleanest city almost for 5-6 years? What is
Yes,
so
sir.
special about that? Is it the people of Indore or the administration, municipal administration?
Sir,
What is so special?
it is because of the holistic steps being undertaken, sir. Particularly the people's consciousness has been risen that the cleanliness is very important, and there have been incentives for them. Free distribution of dustbins have been done by the administration. Apart from that, the administration has been very proactive. If someone was reluctant to segregate the waste or lift the waste, the administration has themselves gone there and taken that up. That has embarrassed the people, and it had made them realize that it is a significant issue. And apart from that, technologically also solid waste management has been set up, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So Anirudh,
Yes, sir.
I find you electrical engineer
Yes, sir.
by what you call training and studies. Electrical vehicles are flavor of the day. Everybody is asking that whether I should go for electrical vehicle or petrol vehicle.
Yes, sir.
So, don't you think that electrical vehicles will be a bigger polluter in the long run as compared to petrol vehicles?
Sir, the major issue with the electrical vehicles is the disposal of the batteries which are being used. So it could face a threat to the environment in terms of electronic waste. That should be addressed, sir. But if we try to manage that, I think if we try to adopt recycling, reusing the technology, then it should not be a concern, sir.
What are other impediments of electrical vehicles being popular?
Sir, recently there has been burning of the electrical vehicles.
Nah, that is the no four-wheeler has burned. Two-wheelers are burning.
Yes, sir. Two-wheelers particularly.
Four-wheeler is not burning.
Yes, sir. Four-wheeler is not burning.
So, what is the impediment? What other impediments are there?
Sir,
But there is a problem there. You see, last night in our house also we have a problem because the signal, the dashboard telling that battery is heating up.
Okay, sir.
So we are afraid we are not charging.
Okay, sir.
We have stopped it.
Okay, sir.
Then looking outside temperature was only 34 degrees.
Okay.
But the battery temperature was pretty high.
Okay,
So
sir.
there is some problem.
In the battery management system, we need
There must be
certain
some problem. What are the impediments? Other impediments?
Sir, access.
Don't you think cost barrier is there?
Certainly, cost barrier is there. Apart from that,
How do I reduce it?
sir, GST taxation is being done on the electrical vehicles. It is around 18%. It could be reduced to 5% for more adoption. Apart from that, certain incentives could be provided to the consumers in the form of government incentives. Like if they are buying, there could be some interest-free loans could be provided to the public. Sir, apart from this, if we try to move forward with upgraded technology, it could the cost could come down, sir.
In which area of electrical vehicle that technology can be improved?
Sir, with respect to the battery technology, currently we have lithium-ion batteries and we are dependent on the external countries for the lithium. Now there has been some technological upgradations have been going on. I think battery is the key, sir. Apart from that, NITI Aayog has also proposed battery swapping policy. It tries to ensure that these battery constraints are reduced.
Okay. Do you know anything about police reforms? You prepared for it or not?
Yes, sir. I have known about police reforms.
I see. Let us go to the reforms suggested by the Supreme Court.
Okay, sir.
Okay. In Supreme Court, they suggested some reforms. Not suggested, actually, they issue a directive.
Yes, sir.
Out of that, general feeling is that states are not willing to do it. What's the reason why states are not willing to go about it?
Sir, they would lose their autonomy if they follow the directives. If they don't follow the directives, they could appoint the persons of their interests. But if we follow the directives, it would reduce the state.
That is one area.
Yes,
Which other area is covered by Supreme Court guideline?
Sir, in the appointment of DGPs.
That you already told.
Yes, sir.
Appointments.
Yes, sir.
What other area? Other than Supreme Court guideline, any other reforms which you know about?
Sir, 𝐷𝐴 guidelines.
What is that?
Little loud.
𝐷𝐴 guidelines.
What does it say?
Sir, it says that there should be more training for the lower constabulary. For example, in the human rights issues, there needs to be more awareness. Apart from this, it tries to inculcate more technology. For example, beat policing is encouraged. And
So these are all parts of D.K. Basu case.
yes, sir.
Okay. there is an act called Identification of Prisoners Act 1920.
Yes, sir.
Recently it has been replaced.
Yes, sir.
Demolished, new act come.
Yes, sir.
In the new act, what is new?
Sir, it has broadened the ways of collecting the information. Now we could collect even the DNA, blood samples.
Does the word DNA occur there? The DNA will be collected. Is it written there?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
In Parliament also, it's not only you, even the Parliament they said DNA will be collected. Then the answer was that where is this word DNA written? Then it's not there. So there was that argument was stopped at that point. But you're right, maybe DNA will be collected. Okay, carry on.
Sir, apart from this, the blood samples would be collected, sir.
I mean, this is over.
Collection.
Items which could be collected, that has been broadened.
Yes, sir.
Which other area?
Yes, sir. Apart from this, from the persons also, it has been broadened, sir. Earlier, only convicts were covered. Now, even the accused would also be brought in. That was one apprehension in this bill.
Okay. What else has been there? Where did you read all this?
In the newspapers, sir.
In the newspaper. Okay. Okay. You are interested in badminton and swimming.
Yes, sir.
Which one you are interested more?
Sir, badminton.
Badminton. You keep in touch what is happening in the field?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Anirudh, from which area would you like me to ask the question? Your state, your optional, your electrical engineering, current affairs, hobbies? Which one should I touch?
Sir, state.
State, okay. So your state is? Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh has done much better as far as net slide problem is concerned as compared to other states.
Yes, sir.
Chhattisgarh, or it could be Jharkhand or any other state. What are the reasons behind it?
Sir, Andhra Pradesh has invested heavily in the Greyhounds Institute. It has unique abilities than the other institutes. For example, it has been training its police force in the guerrilla warfare strategies. Apart from that, it has also ensured that the community policing has been also been done. Apart from that, the state has been active in developing the Naxal affected regions, sir. And also the state has been addressing the various problems. Developmental issues have been addressed. For example, the 𝐂𝐸𝐴 schools are being actively promoted by the state, and it has also been trying to ensure that the rehabilitation from developmental projects like Polavaram is done properly, and it has been coordinating extensively with the Odisha and Chhattisgarh so that these Naxals menace is reduced.
Okay, your chief minister is very ambitious. Related with the 3 capitals, what is your view? What is your take on it? Is it at all to have 3 capitals or 1 capital only, as it is there in most of the states?
Sir, in my opinion, the 3 capitals thing could be taken up, and one could. The intentions are good, sir.
Intentions are good.
Yes, sir.
So ultimately, it should be done. What is your take on it?
It is
Whether at all it's a right step?
Yes, sir. I believe it is a right step because Andhra Pradesh has in the past faced certain issues with regard to the capital. For example, the Hyderabad has been a mega city, and there has been separationist tendencies from various regions.
But there will be financial implications and administrative inconvenience also.
But related to administrative inconvenience, now the e-filing system could reduce the issues, sir.
Even then, some of the meetings all the meetings will not be held virtually.
True,
some
sir.
of the meetings will be in person also.
True, sir. But various states have adopted this, at least in the executive and the legislative sphere. For example, in Maharashtra, we have.
So, if we have 3 capitals in Andhra Pradesh, and if it is a good step, then UP should have at least 15 or 20.
Sir, 15 is too big, but at least they could try.
According to the population and all that.
Sir, the main reason is that they wanted to address the historical injustices being done in the Andhra region, sir. For example,
So that historical injustice can be solved only by having three capitals, or there are some other means also by which that injustice will not be there in future?
sir, there are certainly other steps which needs to be taken. For example, development in all these three regions in the terms of economy. However, there has been regional aspiration that judicial capital should be held in Rayalaseema districts because there's a Sribagh Pact, which is a historical pact where the
So you are totally in favor of having three capitals, huh? Okay. Okay, let it be any other question. How many states in the country are having bicameral legislature?
Sir, it is six.
Six, yeah. Andhra Pradesh, what about Andhra Pradesh?
Andhra Pradesh, Telangana,
Andhra Pradesh, Telangana,
Uttar Pradesh,
Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka. My question here is whether at all we should go for bicameral legislature, and if it is that much important, then why should we not have it in other states also where it is not there? And if it is not, desired, then why should it be scrapped from these states also in which we are having bicameral legislature? We are having only in 6 states,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So pros and cons of everything of bicameral legislature. Whether at all we should go for bicameral legislature in other states also, or whether at all if it is not required, then it should be scrapped from these 6 states also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, in my opinion, the benefits of bicameral legislature is having more informed debates, ensure that adequate representation is given to certain section of people, for example, the academicians and those people. However, lately it has been not performing well. It has been a burden on the exchequer, as well as it doesn't have adequate powers when compared to the Rajya Sabha. It could only stop the bill only for 4 months at max, and it is unable to play a significant role, sir. So in my opinion, I think it should be phased down. It should be removed in the 6 states as well.
Okay. Now, my last question related to your state only.
Yes.
Integration of princely states into Hyderabad princely states into Indian Union.
Yes.
Who was responsible?
Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Who was he at that point of time?
He was the Home Minister, sir.
And Deputy PM also. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would it not have been better if such type of steps could have been taken related with Jammu and Kashmir also, so that problem could have been solved at that point only? Now, though there is abrogation of Article 370 and all that,
Yes, sir.
now that problem is not there, and though it is under judicial review, Supreme Court is likely to hear, that is a different thing.
Yes, sir.
Question here is whether at all would it not have been a good step that the measures which were taken in Andhra Pradesh, integration of princely states into Indian Union, such type of steps would have been taken related with Jammu and Kashmir?
Sir, the context is different for these 2 states. Hyderabad state has been lying entirely within India, whereas the Jammu and Kashmir, it has a border with the Pakistan. And also there has been a regional aspirations from the Jammu and Kashmir people that they need certain autonomy. So at that time, it was the best thing which we have done, sir, like to give them autonomy temporarily under our constitution and integrated them into our union.
Okay, related with your name, Anirudh, mythology. Huh?
Yes,
Who was
sir.
Anirudh?
Sir, he was the grandson of Lord Krishna and
Okay.
son of Pradyumna.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.